Hey guys, what's going on? Dylan here. Got a little bit longer video for you today. I'm going to be showing you how to get a ton of raid loot completely solo, no fire team required. We're going to be doing this from easiest to what I would consider to be the most difficult. First on the list we have Valve the Disciple. Basically just kill Savith's projection, make your way along the path as per usual, and then you're going to kill the Abomination. After you do that, you're going to go and you're going to shoot the 3 nodes that I will leave on the screen to show you where they're at. If there is any loot in this video that you already know the location of, I will leave a comment with the timestamps for the different raids below. You can go ahead and check that out and skip around in the video if you would like. So the second node is going to be there, and you're going to progress. And I will note a lot of this, majority if not all of this loot, you will have to have done the raid at least once to get the actual loot. Some of these you still do get spoils even if you haven't done the raid. For example, this one you will get spoils regardless if you've done the raid or not. You just have to have done the raid to get the actual loot from this chest. Alright, next on our list we have Stone Crypt. So this one I would consider the next one on the list. The only reason I put this one after Vow is just because you don't get any spoils for the secret chest. But you're going to ad clear the first section like normal. Once you kill the final enemy here, the crypt is going to open up and you're going to make your way on your Sparrow along the path here. This one, again, you have to have done the raid before or at least gotten some loot from it to be able to get loot from this chest. And this first chest does not come with any spoils, unfortunately. You're going to get on your Sparrow and you're going to make your way to these little bubbles to avoid the frostbite debuff. If that reaches 10, then you will die. So each bubble that you get to, just kind of chill for a minute until that debuff goes away. Might take you some time to kind of learn where each bubble is, but once you do, it's like riding a bike. You don't necessarily have to kill the enemies, but if that makes it easier for you, then definitely do that. It will allow you to respawn as well at one of the previous bubbles. If you don't ad clear, then you do respawn all the way back at the beginning. And so then at the very end bubble, I do kill all the enemies, but I do cut that out just because I didn't want to be shot at while I was showing you what the last one is. So here we are making our way to the last bubble. I took a really weird path this time, but basically you're going to bridge that gap, get here, and then I'm about to ad clear, so we'll skip. And from the door that you're looking at, you're going to turn right. You're going to hop over here, and you want to hop along the edge here and then jump up. Just follow the path that I take, and the chest will be up in this little kind of nook here. And again, no spoils for this one, just the loot from the raid. Alright, next on our list, we have Root of Nightmares. So, you have to get a Nezarec checkpoint, which you can do through d2checkpoint.com. If you're not familiar with that, I will put a link in the description below. Basically, just turn around and start heading back towards the raid. This one does take a minute, but this will give you 5 spoils of conquest, as well as any loot previously obtained from the raid. And then I will leave the entire path up here because this is a little confusing, but you're just backtracking the way you would have normally came until one certain area, then you kind of got to do a skip, and I'll show you that here. Eager Edge Sword, Strand, things like that I would strongly recommend here. Not required, but I would strongly recommend. All right, once you make your way through this little opening right here, you're going to take a left over here. And this is where you're going to have to do a little bit of platforming. So you'll jump up, head up to this corner, and you're going to want to jump across here. And it does get a little confusing here, so just keep in mind my pathing here. I did get kind of lost here for a second. You want to go up there. I turned around and went up this way because I thought it was here for a second, but you're going to go up this way. Not that way. You're going to go up right here. You can kind of see the light that shines through. That's where you're kind of looking for. This is kind of where Strand helps. You can kind of sword your way up too. And then once you get up here, you're going to jump up to your left. And then you're going to want to make your way across. And then you try to make your way to this ledge over here. Right there. That's what you're trying to get to. And then once you get on that ledge, then it becomes pretty linear from here. You're just going to make your way. Make your way along this path here. All right, once you come across here, you're going to jump over to these stairs here, and then there's this opening here. You're going to kind of back your way in, and it is going to teleport you. Just give it a sec here. Everything's kind of loading in. And then it's going to teleport you back here, which this is the beginning of the jumping puzzle. But don't worry, there is no pulsating wave that's going to kill you. Actually, everything is broken here except for the enemies. So you'll see here, I'm going to shoot this man cannon to show you. It does not actually fire. This is where Strand or an Eagridge sword is definitely kind of important here, so you can still get around. And then basically you're just making your way along like normal, but I will, again, keep the path on screen. And then go through this door here, and then you're just going to go shoot the node as if you normally would, which is going to be right up here. And you're going to look over this edge here to your left. I think I went past it a little bit because, you know, right there. That node will still work. That will still open the secret door. And you'll come back through this door, and this is going to get you loot that you've already obtained through the raid, and then 5 additional spoils of conquest. All right, next on our list is the Last Wish raid. There is 2 chests from this raid that you can get. You're going to head over to the wish wall, and you're going to enter in the wish for the Morgeth encounter. And that's what it looks like there. And once you've entered in that wish, you're going to step on the middle plate there, and it will teleport you over to Morgeth. Now, once you spawn in, go ahead and turn around, and you're going to bridge this gap behind you here. This can be done with all 3 characters. For my Hunter, I typically Sword Skate. For the Titan, you can Thunder Crash, or here I'm using Lion Rampants and Eager Edge. And then with the Warlock, obviously you have Icarus Dash and Heat Rises. So all 3 characters can make it, just whatever method you need to use. And then just follow the path on my screen here, and you will get to the next secret chest. Jump up on this branch here, and you're going to go up to your left and then across, and the secret chest will be sitting there. Now, normally you can leave and go put in the Shirochi wish to go to that checkpoint if you'd like. Or if you follow my path here, you can actually get to Shirochi without actually ever having to leave the raid. So just pay attention to the path that I take here, and that will save you at least a little bit of time and not having to leave the whole raid. All right, and once you get to this area right here, this little door to your right, you're going to want to slowly, very, very slowly make your way to load the area behind you. So very slowly kind of crouch walk to it. Once you do that, head over to the right over here, and once you jump down, congratulations, you are now at the Shirochi checkpoint. From the Shirochi checkpoint, we can turn to our right and then head to the secret chest, just like normal. Next on our list, we have Garden of Salvation. There are 2 chests you can get from this raid. They do not drop Spoils of Conquest. And then, to my knowledge, they only drop armor. You do not get any weapons from these chests. But if they reprise the raid like they did with Last Wish, then that may change. What you want to do is make your way across the middle, scale this wall to your right, and then you're going to run across to the other side here. Just follow the path that I take. And then once you get across here, you're going to kind of scale this wall here. There's going to be a section here. You'll see it that's kind of sits out with the grass on it. You want to land on that, jump and slide underneath that invisible wall. That might take you a couple tries, but you'll get it. And then you see that corner there that I'm looking at. You're going to jump down there, and before your feet hit the ground and after it says loading there, so while it says loading, be spamming the fire button, you're going to try to kill yourself. Once you do that, it will respawn you underneath just like so, and then you can continue along the path that I take to get to the secret chest. Okay, so from this secret chest, you're just going to continue along the path that you would normally take to get to the next encounter, except we're not going to obviously start that next encounter. You're going to continue along to the end, and just follow the path that I take. Now, you see that giant wall in front of us? We need to try to get to the top of that. So you could try to rocket grapple, which apparently I'm really bad at it because I tried it multiple times and I could not do it. So instead, I just popped my super and I grappled up. There are like little nooks and crannies in this wall here that you can kind of stand. It's a little bit longer of a process, but you can do it. You could do this with every character as well. Just got to have patience. All right, and then once you are at the top of the wall, there is a kill barrier, so you're going to have to try to stay as high up as you can. So running, just keep hopping, and then you need a way to get down quick, so that's where you can use your shatter dive or your grapple dive, whatever they call that, to get down. After that, just follow the path that I take, and that'll get you to the next secret chest. All right, next on our list is going to be Vault of Glass. You can get 2 chests from this completely solo, the opening encounter, and then the first secret chest after that opening bit. The opening can be kind of difficult to do solo, but here I'm going to show you how I managed to do it. And I'm going to leave majority of this, if not all of this, in just that way to show you how exactly I was able to do it. So I like to head over to the right plate first. And what we're going to do is we're just going to add clear and then capture this very first plate. But we want to kill this first Minotaur because we want the one behind us to spawn, since it's on the way to our next plate. And once we've captured that plate, we're going to make our way towards our second plate, the middle one. And we're just waiting for that Minotaur to spawn. All right, Minotaur spawns. So once this Minotaur spawns, we want to shoot its head off, basically like that. When you shoot its head off, it kind of goes into like aggro mode where it just chases you down, and it will continue chasing you. The cool thing about this is that Minotaur can step on this plate and it won't start taking control of it because it's only bound to the plate that it spawns for, if that makes sense. So that's the middle Minotaur, so we're going to kill that one and we're going to start capturing this plate. Now, luckily, if you go invisible, the Minotaur kind of still chills and aggroes you. So we killed that middle Minotaur, so we need to go kill this other one over here, because the next one that we kill has to be on our way to the next plate so that we can get the aggro and have it chase us away from the middle plate, if that makes sense. So we were able to kill that one, so now we're going to run over here, and that Minotaur for the right plate should still be chasing us, which it looks like he is, even though we're invisible. And so here is the second Minotaur that we go. We shoot its head off. Okay, now we're going to head over to the final plate, which is going to be the left one. And I use my Arc Hunter here, but just because the invisibility definitely helps. So there is this Minotaur here, and we're going to kill this one and then capture the final plate. Once you capture the final plate, that is when you want... So we're going to have to go back and kill this Minotaur now, because this one's the one that spawns from the middle. And then head back this way. And the final Minotaur is going to spawn over here. And then you just want to do the same thing. You want to shoot the shield, knock its head off, and then basically you just want to go kind of jump around and not let them kill you. So his head's off, and this one I got really lucky because I did die, but they all hung out there, and I didn't spawn in some crazy location. I still spawned in the middle. So they are actually on their way back to their original plates to go capture him. So I'm trying to hurry up and get their attention, which it looks like I did. And now at this point, I like to hang out at the beginning here, kind of back behind this area, just kind of trying to dodge the Minotaurs. There might be a safer location, and if you find it, then, you know, good on you. But I just kind of danced around this little area for a while. And then after enough time, the pillar should finish creating, and that is the first encounter completed. You can go collect your loot. And then just as always, follow the path that I take to get to that second secret chest. All right, now say, for example, you don't want to do the opening bit. You don't want to do that because it's too tough or for whatever reason. You can still get to the second secret chest without ever having to do this opening. You're going to head over here to this rock and this pillar, and you're going to kind of wedge yourself up against that with the sparrow. What you want to do is you want to hop out and immediately dash left with your sparrow. This will kind of pinch you into the wall, and the game won't know what to do with you, so it'll actually put you below the map. So it's probably going to take you a few tries, especially if it's your first time doing it, and then eventually, let me skip ahead here, so you get out and then dodge towards the rock, and it'll put you below the world like this. So you got to be careful though, because you can fall to your death, so you got to immediately make it over to this ledge here. From here, you're just going to have to follow the path that I take. It is a lot of jumping here. This is also a little difficult, but once you've done it a couple times, I think you'll be fine. For this part, you need to make sure you jump out far enough, because there is an invisible barrier, so you have to jump out far enough and then up and over. And then just remember to just follow the path that I take. Make sure to back up the video or whatever so that you understand where you're going. From here, you want to jump all the way across here. I use strand here, just makes everything just so much easier. And then there's a certain section here where you cannot land on the ground. It's when you teleport, which is coming up here in a minute. You cannot land on the ground because it will mess everything up. So right here. So you're going to jump all the way across. It's going to do this. Don't land. Instead, you're going to go all the way across like this. And you're going to drop to your death on the other side. And that will teleport you underneath. And then just like normal, you would spawn and go get the second secret chest that we had originally gotten. So this completely skips the first opening encounter. And finally, we have Crota's End. Now, I know, don't yell at me. You can't technically do this solo. But if you have a friend or a second account, which I have a second account right there, you can grab the chalice. And this is all you need them for. You just need them to take the enlightened buff from you. So if you have a friend or a second account, they can take the enlightened buff from you, and then you can run and place it on the plate. That way you can get past the opening bit and grab the secret chest in the first encounter. If you don't have anyone to do this with, consider joining our Discord, link in the description below. We have we're approaching like 200 of y'all in there, and there are people that are constantly asking to look for raid groups, run activities with. So consider joining us there, and they will help you. Will help you with whatever it is you need help with. So just like normal, the bridge will build. Once that happens, the person can leave, and then you just head to the first secret chest like normal. Now, I know this isn't entirely solo, but if you have a second account, I guess it kind of is. But I wanted to throw this in here as a bonus. So it's basically like 9 chests, 27 chests total per week, and then plus this third one if you have a second account or a friend to do this with. So that's really all I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully this helped y'all out. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave it in the comments below. Consider subscribing. Leave a like if this helped y'all out. I think that's all I got is enough for my big rant. So that's it for me, guys. I will talk to y'all later. Love you. Peace.